Hey there, it's Trisha, and I want to go over the trades that I took on Tuesday, February 10th. There were a few trades. I only took one of them, and I'll tell you why. I used two setups, one off a longer tick chart, one off a smaller tick chart, using three charts with indicators for confirmation before ever taking a trade. So with that, let's get to it. I want to start out by showing you the longer tick chart. And first thing in the morning, you can see that price is just going, within a range here between the close from Monday and the low from Monday, and in between the two moving averages. So really, you can't do anything at this time until you get a break one way or the other. So anything that you do take when the market is looking like this is definitely not a high odds trade. So you're best to stay away from anything that sets up on the smaller tick chart for scalps until you actually get a direction. And of course, you can do what you want. You can certainly take those if you like. If price breaks below or above both moving averages, but you can see here that this is just not going to do a whole heck of a lot in this time area. So anyway, that's just something that I wanted to point out to you guys. So the first trade that I took was at 11:03, and we've got price moving higher, indicator moving lower. Scalp indicator actually is turning blue over here. Now you can take this at the point where we go from the red to the blue dots, because this momentum on the scalp indicator has changed color, and if you happen to have the indicator that does not change color, signifying a slow in momentum, just the fact that the bars are getting smaller signifies that momentum is slowing. However, I won't take that until I actually get, like for example, if I'm going short, I'm not going to jump in until I get my first red momentum bar. So I get that here right under this vertical line. I hit a market order. I get filled over here at 858, and it was just an awesome trade. It just moved down, straight down just about. So really no place to use my pivots for my stops. So once it came here to the moving average, I moved my stop to there. Then I moved my stop to the above this tail on this bar here, moved my stop to here, moved my stop to here, and actually got stopped out over here at 848.25 for a gain of 9 3/4. I did want to show you on our longer tick chart, this bar here, right where this green arrow is the bar actually that was actually forming where that trade was that I just showed you that I took. Now, this bar was not closed. It was not finished when I took that trade. And obviously on a tick chart, you don't ever know when a bar is going to close, because it's based on the number of trades per bar. But the reason why I felt confident in taking that is that at the point that I took it, we were already below the low from Monday, and the bar before that actually was a topping tail that basically came into the moving average and then pulled back. So that's a good sign that we have sellers there. So I felt confident in taking that trade because I have room here. And what I mean by room is we have support here at this line here. So even at worst case, if I got in this trade and the best I can hope for is to just take my profits when I got to the support, then that's still going to get me about 4 or 5 points, somewhere in that vicinity. So I felt like that was definitely worth the risk. It wasn't like I was taking a trade here where there's no place to go until it breaks this support here. So I know that there was something that was setting up around this time frame, about 10:37 or 10:36 as a scalp trade, but you would not take that because first of all, we didn't close below the moving average, and also you've got a lot of support to get through here before you can hope to move lower. So again, like I said, I have room to fall here at least for 4 or 5 points, so I took the risk, and it actually paid off. So obviously it did pay off. So this was the trade that I took. This is a trade that I did not take, and the reason I did not take it was because I had an appointment at 12 o'clock, so I was not going to be able to see this trade through to the end. So this was an awesome trade if you were able to take it. This is about 11:30, a little after. You have price going sideways, indicator moving down, you've got your scalp setup occurring, and right under this vertical bar is your first blue dot. You hit your market order, you get filled over here somewhere at 843.75 approximately, and you can move your trail stop to here, your trail stop to here. Again, I always use a quarter above the pivot high or pivot low, so you would not have got stopped out there. You move your trail stop to here, move your trail stop to here, and actually you're going to get stopped out over here. So that was actually, again, depending on where you got filled getting in, that was a gain of 8 1/4. That was another awesome trade. Now, if you didn't happen to get on board here, somebody might think, oh, well, I'm missing the move. Here we have another scalp trade setting up, and I also want to remind you that the trend indicator was above 20 on all the trades that I'm showing you. So that's where we start. We always want the trend above 20, or we don't even look for setups until we have our trend indicator above 20. So anyway, what I started to say was you've got this scalp trade setting up here, but you don't have divergence here on this indicator, so you would not jump on this trade. Now, let's say that you had it setting up right here, like I'm talking about, but now we don't have divergence, but this indicator is just starting to move down from overbought, like follow my arrow, just starting to move down. Then you can take that trade. But where this is here, it's not coming from overbought, it's already going into oversold, so that's just not a high odds trade. Now again, you can adjust your plan to whatever fits you, but again, you don't make up the rules as you're trading. You put it in writing ahead of time, and that's what you stick to. And you can, certainly review your plan, once a week, once a month, whatever suits you, and you can make changes. But again, you have to put them in writing, and you have to stick to them regardless. These are two trades that you would not take. I have them marked in magenta. Now, even though you have on this particular trade at 1 o'clock, you have price moving sideways, indicator moving down, you would not take this trade because the trend indicator was not over 20. It was actually moving down at that time. So again, it would have worked out, but you only have that information after the fact. At the point that this trade occurs, you only have what's to the left of you, so you have no idea if this is going to work out or not. In this instance, it would have, but again, you have to stick to your plan because, if you would have taken that without the trend indicator being over 20, it could work this time, but if you get in the habit of breaking your rules, then you can't repeat it because you'll have success, but you won't know why you have success and you won't be able to repeat it. So that's why, you're going to miss some moves, but so what? You're sticking to your plan. You're going to have high odds that your trades are going to be profitable, and you're not just jumping in and jumping out for no reason at all. Again, this would have worked out, but again, just as easily could not have worked out. You have another scalp trade setting up here, and you would not have taken that one because you can see you do not have divergence. You have price moving down, and you have your indicator moving down, and it's not coming from overbought. So you would pass on that trade. Again, these two trades could have worked out, and you could have made a small amount. But again, you only know that after the fact. And especially, too, after the two huge moves that we had in the morning, you just have to be a little suspect as to what's going to happen in the afternoon. So again, after two huge trades like that in the morning, I would definitely make sure everything is in alignment in the afternoon, just so you don't give back the profits that you took in the morning. So anyway, I took one trade, and it was for a gain of 9 3/4, which I was really happy with. Now, obviously, if you took that second trade at around 11:30, then you would have had an additional gain of 8 1/4. So sure wish I did, that's for sure. But again, I'm very happy with the profit that I did take. and I hope that this is helping, and I will try and get the video from today posted as well. I just have to redo it, and I'm not sure if I have it in me tonight, but if not, I will do it tomorrow.